What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Code, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. This video is a video that I guess could be seen as a pretty bad video. It's not really one that anybody would want to make, especially because of how bad the circumstances are. But as of a couple of hours ago, probably an hour or two ago, the NBA has officially suspended its NBA season until further notice. This is terrible news. Obviously, the reasoning behind this is also tragic as well. So the fans, a lot of fans from going into the games, obviously that's a big factor as well, which is why the Warriors and Nets game was considered to be closed door game. No fans attending the arena, but now it's gotten bigger than that. NBA star Rudy Gobert has been tested positive for this virus. So at the end of the day, the health and safety of the players and the fans come first, and the NBA had to take immediate action and suspend its season until further notice. Now, what does that mean for the future of the NBA this season? If it does end up coming back, I find it's going to be really tough to manage this month and next month if it's been cancelled, and the playoff picture in the process as well. So I truly think that this season is done. I don't think there's going to be a championship this season. I don't think that there's going to be a playoffs. I just find it extremely hard to manage how a lot of teams, especially in the West, who are fighting for a playoff position, might not being in the playoffs due to a suspension of the league. So I think either the league has to be pushed forward a bit, which means people don't get their rest during the off season, or it just not ends up being cancelled this entire season. It is hard to think about. We're in very unprecedented territory here where a lot of people are being affected by this virus, and it is a potential death situation for some people. So the NBA had to take this very seriously, had to make informative decisions based on the safety of not only the fans, because of course the fans are very important, but also the players in which the NBA basically hire and encourage to play, as well as the people that work for the organizations. So traveling, going on buses all the time, airplanes. These players have a very busy schedule in terms of traveling, which means the virus will be traveling with them if positive. You also verse two teams. You could verse two teams in a back to back. You could verse two teams in 3 days. You could verse a lot of competition within a week. So that could potentially mean that a lot of people from different teams then would end up getting the virus if this wasn't cancelled. So I feel like the NBA did very well here in terms of keeping the players safe. In terms of the actual sport itself, of course it sucks. No one wants to see one of their favorite sports of all time being cancelled. But at the end of the day, what choice could the NBA really have in this circumstance? It's a tragic circumstance. Of course, my heart goes out to Rudy Gobert, his family, and any other potential positive victims from the coronavirus. And the NBA really made a executive decision. This was a decision. Obviously, it's not easy to make. No one wants to see the NBA cancelled. No one wants to see any sport cancelled. There was talk about being a behind the closed door game today against the Warriors and the Nets. The Warriors being the first team to actually um, put that idea into place and not having fans attend the arena. But now it's hit more than just the fans, so we can't exclude each other from this. So I feel like all sports are going to have to follow suit with what the NBA has done here. We've seen it in other sports such as football. Italy, the Italian league has been suspended. The Bundesliga could potentially be following suit. And there's even been talks about the Premier League also following suit. So all sports are probably going to have to take very, very serious action in this. And it's going to happen all around the world until this is dealt with. Now, with the whole coronavirus issue with the players, it's very tough for an NBA player, especially the likes of Rudy Gobert, being the reason why the NBA shut down. A lot of people are already memeing him because he basically was the one player that shut the NBA down completely. And as much as it's okay to make, like, it's for some people that's their form of grief or form of way of accepting something is to make a joke about it. And I can't say that they're right or wrong, but a lot of people just basically taking the mickey out of him because of something that he has no control over is it's bad, and I feel sorry for him. I hope he gets better, but we'll just see how it goes. Evan Fournier gave an update as well about how he's doing. Apparently, he's doing really, really good, and we shouldn't worry. That's great. That's a great sign. With the coronavirus, it's not exactly a high percentage of deaths. It's 3% out of the 80% that do have the coronavirus. I'm not really sure the exact statistic, but still, that's a very high number. But according to the means, and of course the percentage wise, it doesn't seem that high. But 3% of the population is very, very high, and that's why this is as big of an issue as it could possibly be. And we hope Rudy Gobert gets soon. I believe there was another Jazz player that got the coronavirus as well. I'm not sure who it was, but hopefully whoever that is gets better soon. And now it's just the waiting game. We got to wait and see what potential solutions could arise from in order to solve the coronavirus, in order to make the virus go away, and how to get people safe again. Right now, we're at the stage where we have to us as humans have to do our own part in terms of sanitizing yourself, pretty much keeping yourself clean. But there has to be more than that, and that's what medical researchers are doing. That's what they're working extremely hard to find, because this is big news now, and it's all around the world. So whatever happens, we hope that things can get sorted as quickly as possible. Hopefully the NBA can come back, but at the moment, the health and safety of everybody comes first. So therefore, cancelling the NBA, in my eyes, is the right call. There's going to be another video coming out by me about the Europa League game, and also how the Premier League could potentially be affected by this as well. Sports at the moment, it's not a positive place, and I think all the sports really need to just suspend themselves from potential harm for other people. I think that's the most important thing, and we can sort out all the other stuff later if it needs to be sorted out. Maybe just cancelling it and moving on to another season is what needs to happen. However, it's going to be tough for a lot of fans. A lot of fans, especially let's say if you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan and your team is about on the edge pretty much to be in the playoffs and win a championship, some of those fans might not be happy that they potentially miss out on such a great opportunity. But at the end of the day, the health and safety of the peers around you is the priority here. So it's going to be tough to handle for a lot of people, and people are going to react in different ways. But I think as a whole, the NBA has done the right thing. A lot of fans might not be happy with the cancellation. A lot of fans might feel like it was way overdue, to be honest, and it should have been happened a while ago. Whatever happens, happens. A lot of reactions from the NBA players as well. You have Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine reacting. Zach LaVine was in shock. I saw that first because obviously I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, so I keep up with the players. Zach LaVine was stunned, and I think for any team, it is shocking that this virus has taken over our world, and it's taken over their sport that they get paid to do. So suspension, yeah, it's something that's extremely shocking. I don't think anything like this has happened for a very long time, if at all, especially in the NBA. And for Zach LaVine and to the Chicago Bulls players, I guess it is tough, because considering we're in a good stage of experimenting things, and I think we've missed out on that opportunity. But at the end of the day, if anything happens to the Bulls players, that'll be devastating for Bulls fans, and same with all the other teams in the NBA. It's just a devastating experience. So hopefully everybody's okay with the decision. If not, let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's an overreaction, or do you think that the NBA is doing the right thing? Either way, I want to thank you all for watching. This is it was a tough one to make. Look, I hated this video. I truly did. I'm sure you could tell by my voice. I did not like making this video, because no one wants to talk about something so negative in the world, and yeah, it sucks. But we'll see where we go. This is the Sports Code. Be safe and humble. Make sure everybody in your family is well. Take care, and peace.